Hi, I'm Miss Simmons, and today I'm going to be teaching a 4th grade lesson on tangrams. A tangram is an ancient Chinese puzzle, and here's an example of one. We also have two right here that we're going to use today to make geometric shapes. Okay, first we're going to number each tangram piece, and I already did that. It doesn't matter which order you number it in, we're just going to number them so that you can tell the shapes apart because, as you can see, like 3 and 5 and 4 and 7 are just alike. Okay, so we're going to sort the pieces first by triangles, squares, and parallelograms. So, let's separate them all out. Okay, we've got 2 large triangles, we've got 2 small triangles, and 1 medium triangle. We have 1 square, and we have 1 parallelogram. And the square and the parallelogram, they both have 4 sides, and the triangles all have 3 sides. Okay, we're going to scoot them all back together, and we're first going to start creating shapes with our tangram pieces. We're going to outline the shapes and then label them on another piece of paper so we know which shapes formed the main shape. First, we're going to create a triangle using only 2 shapes. And you can do this many different ways, but this also teaches process of elimination, seeing what doesn't work, like right here. This doesn't create a triangle, that looks more like an arrow. Okay, so we're going to create let's do a large triangle. So I'll get right here and we'll trace it. And I'll trace a break in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then we're going to label it. These were pieces 5 and 3, so we're going to label 5 and 3. Okay, that's our triangle using 2 shapes. Okay, next we're going to do a triangle using 5 shapes. As you can see, you really have to work with the parts because something like that does not form a triangle with 5 shapes. Okay. So let's see, let's use our parallelogram, and let's see our medium triangle. Let's see. We can use our little triangles. It takes some deep thinking to figure these out. See, that doesn't do it, but we know that we can make it with these shapes, so we have to keep trying until we can find the right mixture. So it takes work to find how to make a triangle using 5 pieces. Okay, well, I'm not going to pick it apart, I'm just going to draw it over here in mine. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to know how we got the answer. So we used piece 1 here, and we used our parallelogram, a triangle, we used our square, we used our other small triangle. Okay, that's our triangle using 5 shapes. Okay, now we're going to make a square using 2 shapes. And you can do this a few different ways. We can do it with our big pieces, or we can do it with our small pieces. And I think I'll do it with my small since we did a big triangle. So these are pieces 4 and 7. 4 and 7, so label them and square. 2 shapes. Okay, now let's do our rectangle using 3 shapes. Oh, so that one was easy. We'll use our 2 small triangles and our medium triangle. Okay, and that's our rectangle. And these are just practice problems to get them learning how to make geometric shapes on their own. And it'll take a little while because they have to use their process of elimination. We can also make a parallelogram, which looks like this, using 2 shapes. So let's see. Can't do it like that. There we go. We did that using our small triangles also. That's a parallelogram. Alright, now we're going to move on and we're going to look at some definitions that go along with this that we can use to teach with our tangrams. Okay, first we're going to do a slide. Now to do slide, it's just letting the kids know, like this right here is a slide. It's the same thing, but it's just been slid over like that. It's the definition of it is the direction the object is pointing that stays the same, but the object's position is changed. Okay, next we're going to do a flip. Okay, a flip is when the object is turned over, but its position is not changed. So then an example of a flip would be this shape turned like this. So all you would end up doing is just flipping it over the same way. Okay, next we'll do a turn. The turn is an object position that stays the same, but the object's orientation is changed. So a turn could be anything you want to do. Maybe like turn it over, like over here. So having these 2, it's the same object, but we just turned one of them. And you can also, the kids can also have fun with this. They can play and make fun shapes. Like right here, if you want, you could let them make a house using the 2 large triangles and the medium. Or they can make, there's ways you can make arrows. You can make just about, see here, right here, this is a pointing arrow. And they can do just about anything they want, and kids usually enjoy this because it's hands-on. Okay, thank you for your time.